Valley Club, start saving your dark diamonds right now. Diamonds for Super Scroll are going into the store next week. We have Old Man Logan's event coming back next week and Dark Dimension 8. We got some data mines about that. Looks like we have some unrestricted nodes as well. And you can get a free Sentinel unlock next week during the event. Looks pretty easy. We're going to discuss all of this in this video. And if you're ready for all of that and more, then Valley Club, you know what to do. Find that like button and let's go smash it. Welcome back to the ValleyFlyin channel. I am ValleyFlyin and I hope you are having a great day. It is Friday. We are reviewing the blog post, keeping you up to date on everything that is coming next week, including Dark Dimension 8, Diamonds for Super Scroll, Old Man Logan's event, and we got an easy unlock for Sentinel. But before we get to all the information for next week, if you haven't done so already, hit that subscribe button for more Marvel Strike Force content, minimum of 5 Marvel Strike Force videos per week on this channel. Normally, there's more. We got news videos, question and answer videos. We got blog reviews like this to help you prepare for next week. Everything to help your experience in Marvel Strike Force. Without further ado, let's go to the advanced copy of the blog for next week. Commanders, this is your battle plan for September 14th through the 20th. Now, September 14th and 15th, so Saturday, Sunday, we are having this Weekend Arena Warriors event going on again. So make sure you do your arena attacks, get some free stuff, and you can get an awakened ability for Captain Britain's basic. I'm not sure if that's too valuable, but it's just free stuff, free resources, gold, other things like that. So make sure you do your arena battles. And next week's events are going to have some Sentinel drops. Yeah, you can get some shards for Sentinel. And we're going to talk about what you need to get that unlock. A lot of it involves spending ISO 8 campaign energy. Also, a lot of points from that web milestone. We're going to need to spend the currency that you're earning. Spend Sentinel scrap event currency. So that's what you're going to need. So spending the actual currency that you're getting from the web milestone is what's going to get you the web milestone points. Kind of weird, kind of a convoluted event again this week. And should be a pretty easy alliance event. Battling in raids. You're getting more points for using Sentinel, more points for using Nimrod. And you're also collecting these allied supplies. 6 orb fragments. Should be pretty easy to get the minimum of the alliance event. We're going to talk about all the calculations for that. And of course, Dark Dimension 8 is launching. We do have some data mines about some nodes, and it does look like there's some unrestricted nodes. If you have some of your other characters ready, maybe not all of your city heroes, but you have some other characters, it does appear from the data mines that you will be able to do some nodes. Of course, these are data mines, so there's something to change, but we'll take a look at that in just a little bit. Old Man Logan Shrouds are coming back, so if you don't have a 7-star Old Man Logan or don't have that Old Man Logan unlocked, lucky days for you. Make sure you have Super Scroll. Make sure you have the Spider Society. You're going to need those for the high levels of the Old Man Logan trials. And of course, you're going to need the Out of Time and Illuminati just for those restricted nodes in the Old Man Logan trials. But yeah, make sure if you're preparing for this, some of the high levels, you need a Super Scroll. You need a Spider Society. Valhalla, that is the milestone event for Dark Dimension 8. You're going to get points for that by getting these ravens from the individual Dark Dimension 8 nodes. So we'll see how easy those unrestricted nodes are. And the Quick Rumble Blitz will feature Alpha Flight next week. And a big news that we talked about, Diamonds for Super Scroll going into the character store next week sometime. Don't know exactly when, but also Sasquatch is getting his added. Northstar is also getting his added to the Elite Store as well. So there should be an inbox message sometime next week when this does go live. To Valhalla is the milestone event that's associated with Dark Dimension 8. You are able to get into Dark Dimension 8, score some of these ravens. You could score some points for this milestone event, and it will go live on September 16th, 2 p.m. Pacific, same time that Dark Dimension launches. And it says the first few missions are going to be more forgiving than the usual Dark Dimension initial nodes. So we encourage all commanders with the necessary purple ISO in the character's force to step foot in the realm to join the fun. So some of the rewards that they talk about here, 3 to 7 red stars for Odin. You will get some stars for Odin on the first run. After completing first run of Dark Dimension 8, 2 red stars. Second run for Dark Dimension 8, you're going to get 4. But if you do a lot of these milestones, you're going to get up to 7 red stars for Odin. His fully crafted gear, 19 piece, some more purple gear, Crimson Teal Mystic Gear, Ciphers, and Sentinel Evolution orbs for the Path to Orcus event. So yeah, if you whaled out for all your purple gear, you could get some progress toward the Sentinel event, which is kind of weird. But yeah, this is a limited time milestone. Free Claim Friday, make sure you go over and claim this on the web. These don't seem as exciting, but just for me, I want the character shards, but it's all good stuff. Iron Legion orb fragments for the event that is going on right now, and Sentinel cores for the main month-long milestone event. Before we take a look at the numbers for next week's events, how you can get that Sentinel unlock for free, Let's take a look at some of the data mines over on Reddit. Now, of course, these are data mines. These are all subject to change, but it looks like the first 3 nodes probably unrestricted. They do have some easier enemies just kind of at first glance. So if you just have any characters with the purple gear, at least according to this data mines, it does look like you'll be able to do a few of these nodes, maybe get some ravens, score some points, maybe get more purple ISO 8, and then allow you to do some of the other nodes there. After that, nodes 4, 5, probably city heroes, because that is the order that they said. After city heroes is going to be city villains. After that is going to be global heroes, then global villains, and then that cosmic legendary section. So this is all the enemy info, all the waves, everything like that. It does look pretty hard. The big thing here that I did want to point out for everybody, though, is that it does look like we have 3 unrestricted nodes according to these data mines. Let me know your thoughts on this. I'm pretty happy with this because that means that I'm going to be able to enter Dark Dimension 8, at least these first few nodes right away. Hopefully this means that you could enter as well, but let me know your thoughts on this. If this is like this when it goes in a game, are you happy that we have some unrestricted nodes to begin with? Let's move forward with next week's events. And for next week's events, the main milestone event to get that Sentinel unlock, you're going to need to earn these Sentinel scraps. Now, you're going to earn them from the ISO 8 campaign nodes. So if you want to start hoarding your ISO 8 energy, you can. There's no leaderboard, so I'm not sure if I'm going to do that personally, but if you really want to score for this event, that might be something that you want to do. And this web milestone, excuse me, and you're going to earn Sentinel scraps from that. Now, you're going to earn the Sentinel scraps from the web milestone by spending these Sentinel scraps. So the more you spend, the more you're going to earn from the web milestone. So it's kind of weird how this event ends. You're also going to earn more points by battling the raids. If you have Sentinel unlocked, you're going to score more points. Nimrod, you're going to score more points as well, but mainly you're going to score points from the Sentinel scraps from the ISO 8 nodes and from these web milestones. Now, where you could spend these on, we don't have the cost for all these orbs, is this Sentinel Forge orb. So the first one is going to have some Crimson gear. So the second one is going to have some T2 level 5 ions. So that's the blue stuff there. It's a T2 level 4 ions, some blue crystals as well. Is that Sentinel Orb, Forge Orb 3 is going to have some gear tier 16, 17, and 18 pieces as well. Sentinel Orb 4 is going to have some gear tier 14 and gear tier 15 pieces. And Sentinel Forge Orb number 5 is going to have T2 level 1 ions. So bunch of different stuff. For me, the only thing that I really need is this Crimson gear, so I'm going to be buying that stuff, but you can buy whatever you need based on your player level, whatever's going to benefit you the most. And the web milestone will reward you for that spending that you do. You're going to earn 1 point per Sentinel scrap that you spend. So a total for this web milestone over the course of these 7-day event, you would need to spend 140,000 of those Sentinel scraps. Now, we don't know how much of these Sentinel scraps you're going to get per ISO 8 energy spent. That is always a big question mark in this. But yeah, you're getting Sentinel cores, Sentinel scraps, bunch of good stuff here. If we look at the calculations, pretty quick for these calculations. Just spend these Sentinel scraps, 140,000 of them, and for that, you're going to get 49,000 Sentinel scraps in return. And that all leads into that main milestone event. Where you need to get to on the main milestone is this anti-mutant laser here. That is over at milestone 13. Now, if you go to that next milestone, that is 40 additional Sentinel shards, which is 100 total from just these milestones. So if you got the worst luck in those Sentinel orbs, through this event, you should be unlocking Sentinel if you get to milestone 14 right here. That is 100 shards. Now, the scoring for this, like I said, is going to be pretty simple. Only ways to score for this is by earning that Sentinel scrap and having Sentinel or Nimrod unlocked. There is a limit, so if you use them in the raid once, you will get that 25,000 point limit, but there's no limit on the amount of Sentinel scrap parts that you could earn. It is a 7-day event, and for the minimum, like I said, 72,000 points get you that anti-mutant laser, which is the meta item for that month-long milestone. If you want to get that Sentinel unlocked, though, you need to get to milestone 14. 92,000 points is what you need to be shooting for. So you're getting points from the web, spending those Sentinel scraps, 49,000 points from the web. The difference from the ISO 8 spend that you need to make up to get to milestone 13, 23,000 more points. The difference to get to milestone 14, 43,000 points. So if we look at the ISO 8 that we're getting on a per day basis, you're getting 650 free per day. That is just with all your claims, your web claims, everything like that, not letting your energy top off. Over the course of 7 days, 4,550 energy total. So if we're getting a conversion rate of 5 Sentinel cores per ISO 8 energy spent, that should get you to milestone 15 or milestone 13 for free. If you're doing your 50 core refreshes, that is 1,130 ISO 8 energy per day. That is 150 cores per day because you do get one of those free per day. and that is 7,910 ISO 8 energy over the course of 7 days. At the conversion rate of 6 Sentinel cores per ISO 8 energy spent, that should get you to the milestone 14, but of course we don't know the conversion rate until the event goes live. But regardless of that, I hope this calculations does help you in figuring out what you want to do for this event. And next week's Alliance event is also called Dark Future, which means the scoring method is going to be pretty much the same. Battle and raids, bonus points for using Sentinel. Now that Nimrod is unlocked, you're also getting bonus points for using Nimrod in the raids. Also collecting allied supplies, 6 orb fragments, and you're getting more points from the Orcus raid nodes with bonus points for Orcus tech nodes. Higher difficulty gives larger point quantity bonuses. Milestone 10 on this Alliance event, 170,000 points. That is where you're gonna get all your Sentinel cores. That I think is the bare minimum for your Alliance. To get to the bare minimum, pretty much just doing your raid battles, because just doing your raid battles will get you to that limit of 192,000 points. And then if you're raiding with Sentinel or raiding with Nimrod, you're getting even more towards that limit. And then if you get lucky with these allied supplies, 6 orb fragments, or you're doing even more of these Orcus raid nodes, you're getting even more points. But should be pretty easy to get to this minimum milestones here. Next week's Quick Rumble Blitz will feature Alpha Flight characters, bonus points for using that 5 or 7 stars. And if you haven't seen the code already, make sure you use the code ASSEMBLE. Make sure you go to link your account to marvelstrikeforce.com, go to claim your new player gift, enter this. Now, I got this on my first one, but sometimes when I enter these promo codes, it takes me up to 5 times to enter it, that I'm getting error messages that code is not valid. If you enter this code is going to give you some points for the current event that is going on right now for some Annihilator shards. So make sure you do this right away while the milestones are still going on, and make sure to have a great weekend, guys. I will see you next time. I got a tournament this weekend, so got to start to prepare my mind right now for Smash mode. Should hopefully have a video for you guys up with some tournament results on Saturday, but stay tuned to Twitter, Instagram to see how I do if you're interested in that stuff. If not, have a great time playing Marvel Strike Force, and I will see you guys next time. Hopefully you got some value from this video, and if you did, leave it a like. It is free for you, tremendously helps out the channel. And if you want to see what are the best characters in Marvel Strike Force, every single one of them ranked from best to worst, check out the video up there, and I'll see you guys next time. Have a great rest of your day. Hulk fist bump, ValleyFlyin out.